Daybreak Hits. Daybreak Hits.
All right, you just heard Socrates Sarfo there in that interview on Showbiz A to Z over the weekend. But before we get into the discussion, let me show you how to make money, right? Betway Scratch and Win is back with a bang. A whopping 9 million Ghana cedis, prizes ranging from cash, free spins, free flights, and more are up for grabs from 1st to 31st July 2025. But how do you take part? Simply log into Betway, bet on sports or casino, and you get your daily Scratch card. From there, it's just scratch, match, and win, with every day being another chance to strike it lucky. Only at betway.com.ga today. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Betway, get way more. Now, are you ready for your next big adventure in your career? Are you a company seeking top-tier talent to boost productivity and drive impact? Design and Technology Institute has something amazing on the horizon. Get ready for the DTI Job and Opportunities Fair. It's all happening at the CD Conference Center at the Department of Economics, University of Ghana, Legon. Markets on your calendars, 18th and 19th July from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. This isn't just any job fair. It is the career expedition, pathways, partnerships, and possibilities, a mindset journey towards self-discovery. Young Ghanaians acquire the skills that industry needs. Industry gains trained problem solvers, and then with a focus on productivity, production, and innovation. What makes this fair special is the fact that when you participate in the Career Treasure Hunt, which is a talent matching competition designed to help you secure your internship. It also helps you in job placement opportunities and so much more. So get face-to-face interaction with companies and get insights into their work and the job opportunities they offer. This event is brought to you by the DTI and the MasterCard Foundation. Media partners, the Multimedia Group and City FM. Call 053-651-9313 to register or for more information. Be there and find your next possibility. Bring your dream to life. And Big Chef is here. The heat is officially on. Big Chef Junior Season 4 is here, and the competition just got tastier. This season, our young culinary stars are stepping into the spotlight, turning up the flames, bringing their A-game, creativity, and passion as they battle it out in Ghana's most exciting junior cooking competition. Who will rise and who will get chopped? You have the chance to vote for your favorite to stay in the competition via the short code star 711 star 60 hash. Don't miss a single moment of the heat, the drama, and the flavor. Big Chef Junior Season 4 shows every Sunday at 4 p.m. only on Joy Prime. Sponsored by Frital Vegetable Oil, Fortune Spread, Indomie, Gino Tomato Mix, Day Purified Drinking Water, Level 2 Feminine Wash, Kivo Hot Pepper, and Reedy Vitamin C. Big Chef, good meals by Kate. Let me start with you, Adam Mensah Chotome. Socrates Sarfo is recounting what he went through at the Commission on Culture and the fact that he was appointed as executive director. Then later on, he was changed to Director of Creative Arts, and even with that, he wasn't resourced enough to do the work. And so he was there for 8 solid years. He was there with a name, but he wasn't working. It appears Socrates has been saying a lot about what he's been through under his government during their tenure. What do you think could have been the problem? What was it?
I think that Socrates will be the best person to tell us, because, I mean, from the interview, he said that it was due to politics. So he being there will understand the politics at the time. But for me, I know that in public service, you can be hired and fired. You can be reassigned. I mean, recently, this President Mahama appointment, there were other people who were assigned to a place just a week or some days later, they were reassigned to a different place. So, I mean, when it comes to public spaces, these things happen. But there could be the politics of it at the time. And for me, it's troubling to assign somebody. Like I said, you assign him, you reassign him and you do not resource him. At the end of the day, the state is paying him. He's not utilizing, or we are not utilizing him to full potential. Now we are losing on the expertise we could get from him, and also we are losing in terms of financial, remuneration we are giving him. So at the end of the day, what do we gain as a people? So it tells you, how less attention is placed on the arts, because he cannot be at the Ministry of Finance or certain Ministry of Energy and with such expertise in that field and be treated like that, because attention is devoted to those sides. So it tells you that in that area he was, they were not intentional about the development the space needed, and it was just about for the optic, putting people anywhere, whether they work or not, we do not care. That shouldn't be, especially where as a nation we are late when it comes to being intentional about the act and getting the economic benefit which comes with the sector. So it's unfortunate that this happened, and clearly you could see that he's been speaking out of pain, and I just pray that he'll one day find a disclosure, closure.
No, but he says that he's ready to offer the creatives, the NDC creatives in government, any idea or help they need to help them work. That is something that he's willing to do. But when he was appointed Director of Creative Arts at the NCC, he said later he was also appointed as a liaison officer for Beyond the Return. Meaning that he was given two positions. One was functional, the other wasn't.
Yeah, because they know what they have done. So, they knew that he had time on his hand because they had not resourced him, and he was not playing them. They knew, what was happening. And it's like, because they knew they had wronged or done something bad, they still wanted to find a way to appease him. And I'm sure it was why they gave him that portfolio, so that it would be like, okay, we are closing him in that regard. But, to what extent? If you really want the best of the sector, you put the right people there, give them the enabling environment to be able to deliver, because at the end of the day, it will inure to the benefit of the government. You understand? And some of these things happen at different sectors. And it is why we saw the kind of results we saw. And I'm sure when they sit back or they get the opportunity to come to power, some of these things will be a learning curve for them. And I'm not sure they will repeat it, because it didn't help them anyway, emotionally and resource-wise. So, it's sad that it happened. But good, he has the experience, so he can share with this government so that they don't also commit same errors. Because, as human institutions as they are, they may commit similar errors. So he should share his experience with them. It will be a good one.
Martinez, the issue of creatives who campaign for political parties always expecting to be appointed into positions, is it something that should be the case? Is it the fact that the moment you campaign for a political party, once they come into power, you should be appointed to a position? Can't you campaign for a party and still stay behind and do your work, your normal job as a creative?
Yeah, Kwame, I get the question you're asking. I think once you campaign, definitely you also share some kind of insights and views on how you think government will be able to do.
You know why I'm asking this? Because not everybody has the leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Not everybody has administrative capacity. So the fact that you campaign for a political party doesn't mean automatically you should assume a position.
Yes, I get you. But when you look into the picture, it's like once you campaign, that means you have...
That is how it looks like.
Yes, it appears like you have some sort of, ideas and knowledge that when you are brought to the table, you could also help. So basically, it appears like that. So when someone is given a position, to me, I don't see anything wrong with it because you've already shared your views and opinions, in fact, your insights, your knowledge, and even the effort bringing a party into power. So maybe an area that, they believe when they put you, you'll be able to function very much. They put you. I mean, there's nothing wrong. But with what you are saying too, you have a valid point because the fact that you have ability to campaign doesn't mean you have leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Because it requires a certain kind of skills. And again, if you are not able to perform, I mean, it will be a great disservice even to the party. So not everybody can be appointed. In fact, there's no need appointing everyone because at the end of the day, it has to do with certain kind of technicalities as well. But Socrates is someone who actively campaigned for the MPP government.
Very active.
And even still, even though he has, shared his displeasure some time now, I think he still loved the MPP government. And maybe
because I asked him if he wanted to join the NDC because he claims it is now attractive, and he said no. If you say you are jealous of your colleagues in the NDC, okay, why don't you join them?
Yeah, even with that statement he made, I think it's too early.
Oh, why?
Because when the MPP also came to power, I mean, the first year, we saw some kind of...
No, but comparatively, if you look at the number of creatives who've been appointed into various positions, especially influential positions,
yes,
if you compare to the MPP, I think we are
Yes,
ahead.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But I'm saying that we need to tone down with some of the comments since it's the early stage. I remember Panafest, Socrates and... I think this woman...
Who's that?
Akusia.
Which Akusia?
Akusia Abdella.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember. I think somewhere 2019. We were hosting Panafest at Koforidia.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember.
Was it 19 or 18?
I think it's 19.
19, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we had discussion on...
When they went to renovate the cultural center,
a whole lot of issue because
Okay.
I remember a call was placed to find out how, work was going on at Koforidia and the conversation that...
Oh, you were
came
there?
in.
You attended?
No.
Okay.
We were actually on a show.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so a call was placed over there. Then the information that came, it's like it wasn't, as it was expected. Aside the Panafest, Zongo first as well. Yes, I remember Socrates played, an active role, and we had discussions on it as well. And this is not the first time he's lamenting on that. Even at that time, he was complaining that he's actually financing everything by himself. And you can tell he is still in pain. So I've been wondering, so whilst he was there, was he paid? Even though he's not being resourced to perform his duties, was he taking salary?
Haven't you heard before that he claimed he wasn't paid for some months?
For me, I thought it's still the same issue, not being resourced. I mean, being financed. But I don't know if maybe at the end of the month he was getting something. But from what we are saying, then clearly it's like he had no support at all. So if it happens like that, because of the passion he also had for the sector, he has to find a way to get things going. And Charlie, he alone cannot do it. So it will get to that point where it will become very difficult. He has to stop. So I can understand where it's coming from. But where Ghana wants, I mean, that is March. So that is his idea, his initiative. That is laudable. And for me, I believe that with all the things you've said, the MPP government listening to him, I believe that going forward, the next regime that will come, they'll be able to put things right. Because I remember he really complained to the extent that I think he had a call, and then he later came back to make a comment that the MPP government is a listening government. I don't know if you remember. He made a statement, a listening government. So we thought everything was fine until recently. We heard him still, but I don't think he's tried to put the NPP in a bad light. Just that he's actually voicing out some of the challenges.
Venting his
remember
displeasure.
Black Coffee. Black Coffee also has to, resign from her duty. But in all of this, Kwame, I personally, I think Socrates should have been part of the National Film Authority. Looking at his
He was part.
He was part.
He was chairman of the classification committee.
But still, we've had that discussion. It's like it's not functioning that much. But I wanted to...
Because there too, he didn't work.
So
according to him, there was some power at the top that did not allow him to do his work.
So it's the same authority Juliet Asante also came to complain about. The National Film Authority. So in all of that, it means you couldn't function the way he was.
You know what I think about Socrates? Socrates is a very experienced person in the industry. You know, with all the things that have happened to him, I think maybe he should concentrate on being a creative entrepreneur to contribute to the industry from that direction, because it appears his people are not ready to give him the mantle to do what he wants to do. And now it is the NDC in power. Yes, you might share ideas with them, but are you going to really be in charge like that? Maybe you should just concentrate on being a creative entrepreneur, filmmaker, and all that. Maybe that is where he can also contribute to the growth of this industry. Maybe.
I think he's concentrating though. Just that he needed that, power to be able to effect certain change.
All right.
He didn't get, but whichever way, we wish him all the best.
All the best, Socrates.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Martinez, Edem Mensah Chotome. Thank you for listening to Showbiz today. Daybreak Hitz on Hit 103.9 FM. Yeah, and it's been Showbiz Review right here, brought to you by Betway. You always get